Today's video is going to talk about GDPR compliance. I'm going to go through some of the regulations as far as how I understand them, and then how you can achieve basic compliance. The basic change for GDPR compliance that came into effect May 25th is now you have to give explicit consent to use the user's data, to collect and use the user's data. So before, it was implied consent. With the CNN, you'd have a terms of use and a privacy policy link on the bottom. The users would be expected to read those and understand. Now, let me show you some examples. Now, with this new regulation, you can see it on the CNN site. Here you go on the Microsoft site. Even car sites like Mazda have it. Yahoo, AOL Group, they actually make you authenticate in. Here's a school site, a shipping site, and then I have it on my site right here, and I'm really not collecting any data, as I'll show you in a second. But basically, you have to let the user know what kind of data you're collecting, and then give them a chance to read your privacy policy to see if they agree with those terms before they browse the site. In my case, to achieve compliance, I'm using this plugin right here. You can see the URL up here. It's a GDPR cookie consent, and I found it to work pretty well. There is a pro version that has a few more features. I think it would kind of fall in line with what CNN does to give more information, and I think this would be more pertinent to a website that was collecting more data. So really, if you're a local plumber or service industry type, you probably don't need it. You're probably not going to cross paths with a European citizen. But bigger international sites, or any site where you have the potential for visitors coming from the European Union, and you're collecting user data, it's probably a good idea. So let me continue on. Okay, so like I said, on my site, you can see it right here. Reject, I just have it going to another page, so I'm not going to do that right now. And then read more goes to my privacy statement, as you can see right there. Accept, this will drop down this will close a window, and that's what it pretty much does on all of them. Accept, closes it. This one doesn't have an accept, so it just assumes. So agree, and most of these accept. They all work the same way. But let me show you the back end and how this my plugin is set up. So you can change the messages. Pretty easy to set up. Custom buttons. Here's where it goes to my privacy policy. So the first part, as we discussed, was notifying the users. The second part is making sure you have your privacy policy set up. And here's a good article. Really, if you need to look at answer these questions: what information is being collected, who's collecting it, how is it being collected, why is it being collected, how will it be used, who will it be shared with, what will be the effect of the users concerned, is the intended use likely to cause individuals to object or complain. If no one complains, it probably would never be a problem in the first place. So when writing your privacy policy, you want to consider all those elements. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I think most likely US-based sites or non-European based sites won't have to worry about it. it's just when you collect data from European citizens that it really comes into play. So hope that helps. Thanks.